Donk Nation, Jax and Janet's greetings and welcome to your daily dose of donkey with Ginger. It's your boy, the Viking Donkey, bringing you the Bugcap from the Rams game. Of course, I'm joined by the one and only Bugaboo. How's it going, buddy?
Awesome, good.
Yeah, a win after a bye week always tastes really sweet, doesn't it?
Really does.
There were some good things going on, some bad things going on, but give me your take from the Rams game, the Steelers' 24-17 win.
Lots of touchdowns for Pittsburgh.
Lots of touchdowns for Pittsburgh. Anything else?
Nice interception.
There was a nice interception by TJ Watt that we'll talk about. Let's talk about the first half, though. Really partake by a lack of plays happening on offense. And when the offense seemed to make a play, there was a penalty, like a crackback block on a big reception from Deontay Johnson by George Pickens that had nothing really to do with the play that took points off the board. Later, George Pickens makes a big catch, but all that yardage is instantly lost on a taunting penalty. Just seemed like self-inflicted wounds by the offense in the first half was really leaving the defense on the field for a long time, don't you think?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then let's also talk about the Steelers' best offense or defense being a dropped pass by the Rams. Cooper Kupp with a couple huge drops in the first half as the Rams just ran the ball for about 5-6 yards a carry, ran it at will. I mean, that's what you saw going there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Anything to say about the way the defense or offense played in that first half? Kind of good. Yeah, I mean, there were some plays in there. Some good things did happen. We saw Patrick Peterson finally get moved out of outside corner as Joey Porter Jr. got to take over. And the coverage got a lot better on that side. But then Puka Nacua just kept getting matched up against Levi Wallace, and that was just a recipe for disaster, as it seems Wallace isn't really able to cover anyone this year.
Really does seem like that way.
But then Brett Maher, the Steelers MVP for the game, the Rams kicker, what do you have to say about him? He had some crucial misses that helped us, huh? 2 missed field goals and a missed extra point.
Yeah.
In a 7-point win, that dude left 7 points on the field.
Nice for Pittsburgh.
It was nice. Then we start the second half. The Rams take a decent lead, I guess you want to say, but approaching the end of the third quarter, or maybe it was early in, it was early in the third quarter. Something special happened. TJ Watt drops back in coverage, and what did he do?
Intercepted the football.
Yeah, he brought it down to what, like the 6-yard line?
Yep.
And then after a few plays, Kenny Pickett was able to bring it in with the Steelers' first rushing touchdown of the year in Week 6, a running football team that hadn't scored a rushing touchdown in the first 5 weeks. That was kind of an odd thing to know, huh?
Yep.
Yeah, but then the Steelers do even better. The defense is putting up some more stops. They're getting pressure on Stafford. Stafford's the quarterback. The wily veteran Super Bowl winning Matthew Stafford's the quarterback that's making mistakes while Kenny Pickett's playing a clean game. It hadn't been pretty through 3 quarters. Like I said, the self-inflicted wounds are really hurting the offense. But Kenny Pickett just starts throwing dimes to Deontay Johnson, dimes to George Pickens on back shoulders, and then the running game starts showing up a little. We get an 18-yard rushing touchdown by Jaylen Warren. That puts us all even Steven. But we're not done yet, Bug. We get, 2-yard rushing touchdown from Najee Harris on a play that they rushed and looked like they weren't ready for. But everything worked out perfectly. I mean, the running game over the day wasn't great, but 3 rushing touchdowns, that's what you love to see. And an 18-yard carry, splash plays, Bug.
That was awesome.
It was certainly awesome. The defense does its job. It really shuts down the Rams in the second half. I mean, you hold a team like the Rams to 17 points, get a couple turnovers, you did your job. The offense against a decent defense and the Rams puts up 24. It does its job, assisted by the defense on the TJ Watt turnover. But maybe where the Steelers win this game is special teams, Bug, is Boswell's perfect while Maher misses 3, huh? Anything else to say about the way that game kind of ended?
Pittsburgh winning.
Pittsburgh was winning. There was still some things that could be tightened up, some things that could be fixed, but the secondary showed holes but looked better with Porter out there. You got to find a way to replace Levi Wallace. The tackling still needs worked on. That against the run was bad. The offensive line played good the second half of the game, but we can't ignore the fact that in the first half, the Rams were getting pressure all the time, and this is a Rams team that has struggled getting pressure this year, Bug. So there are some things to be worked on. But all in all, you can't complain about traveling all the way to the West Coast and getting a win. I mean, this is the first time the Steelers have ever beaten the LA Rams in Los Angeles. Kind of a cool thing to get our first win in LA, huh?
Yeah.
Well, first win against the Rams in LA. I'm sure we beat the Chargers there, but maybe I'm crazy on that. But all in all, a good win. After the bye week, what you expect? Staying healthy outside of the game. Progress. I mean, that fourth quarter offense, Bug, was the best offense I've seen the Steelers have in a long, long time. They were productive. They looked sharp, and they were scoring touchdowns. I understand there's no passing touchdowns, and some people are going to complain. Who cares? It's about putting that ball in the end zone, isn't it? And that's what they did. They did it effectively, and it was just a fun thing to watch. I mean, Steelers victories are fun. It was frustrating in the first half, but it was glorious in the second half. Bug was getting down in the first half, and I told him, all we need is one splash play, and we're right back in this game. And what happened right after I said that?
Did he?
Yeah, that was right before the TJ Watt interception. I mean, good things to come. The Steelers' fourth quarter drives go touchdown, touchdown, and the 4-minute drive that wasted all of the clock. Now let's talk about that Kenny Pickett play. He looked like he was short on fourth down, didn't he? But guess what? That doesn't matter because as a coach in the NFL, you know if it's prior to 2 minutes, you have to have a timeout to challenge. The Rams coach decides to waste all his timeouts before 2 minutes, which essentially saves him 6 seconds. So the risk of not being able to challenge to save himself 6 seconds was worth it in his mind and might have came back to bite him. It's not really the Steelers' fault that they played within the rules the way they are designed, and the rules bit the Rams in the butt, is it? I mean, that's a coaching decision, and that was a coaching decision. That was a losing coaching decision on LA's sideline. And, hey, Pittsburgh, you don't complain about it. You take the win, and you be happy, huh, Bugby?
Yep.
All right, Bug. Any final thoughts on this game? Nothing. All right. Next week, we have the Jaguars. Will be in attendance for that Jaguars game. But, Bug, I got to get your pick. Who do you like in the Steelers-Jaguars? No, you got to pick a team.
Pittsburgh.
No, okay. He likes the Steelers to win. No, Bugboo. Any shout-outs this week before we get to signing ourselves off?
Go, Katie.
Again, Kenny Pickett, you can tell that that is Bug's favorite player. He's also super excited. He found a book. And who was in your book that you found at school this week?
Ben Roethlisberger.
And that made him super excited. But Donk Nation, thank you for staying with us. I am the Viking Donkey. That's Viking_Donkey on Twitch and Twitter, the X. Your daily dose of donkey. Ginger is the YouTube channel where you get all this fun content. Power rankings still to come. Steeler talk still to come this week. Is Bugboo. Don't have no socials. Too young for that. I'll tell you that every time. But Donk Nation, Steeler Nation, love y'all. I guess it's time we have to say goodbye. So, wave them if you got them.
Let's go, black and yellow Pittsburghs.